Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are currently in Limsa Lominsa to continue the job quest for the samurai to destroy evil or something. Let's go. Blood on the deck. Desiree, your katana has come to sit well at your hip. Displaying your experience excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I have had an eventful time in this salt-kissed city. In the course of seeking evil, I came under the suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts, it would seem, whose weapon of choice is an uncommonly sharp blade. One not unlike ours, and so I found myself confronted and questioned. Thanks to Momozigo's testimony, however, the pearl of suspicion was quickly lifted. Not only that, but we were even permitted to examine the victim's wounds. There can be no doubt, they were inflicted by a katana. The killer may well be a samurai, yet a true samurai does not take life without just cause. Murder is heinous in its own right. Committing it with our noble weapon compounds the crime. Such evil cannot be suffered. So there you have it. We're going after a serial killer. I must say I'm morbidly excited. Right, let's begin by talking to people in Hawker's Alley. Squeaky Lalafels in the background. A serial killing? Oh, don't get me started. All of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine. Navigator rest his soul, and I pray that the culprit is caught soon. Can't say I blame the Yellow Jackets for marking us out. I mean, every ilm of Musosai screams, "Look at me!" What do the victims have in common? Killer makes Kikun dead, makes Kikun afraid. Afraidfully afraid. Kikun shake. Shake you ache all night. Brr. The recent murders do some business of that, and it seems no one's safe neither. Why, even a traveler got himself sliced up, the unlucky sort. What sort of sick bastard would do a thing like that? A patron, a traveler, and a quick-on. The victims do not seem to have anything in common. However, the circumstances of their deaths are strikingly similar. They all vanished in the vicinity of the docks before later turning up as corpses. The killer, it seems to me, targets those who happen to pass along the landing. It's completely random then? What a frightening thought. But now that we know this, what do we do next? We set a trap. Lure the killer out by walking around the area and question in the black of night. When he emerges from the shadow, we apprehend him. Ah, solid plan. So who's the lucky one who gets to be the bait? You? Why me? Though the victims have naught in common, it must be noted that none of them were armed. In other words, the killer preyed on the defenseless. With our katana at our hips, Desiree and I shan't make enticing bait. Conversely, were we to forgo our weapons, we would be ill-equipped to subdue the villain, and so it falls to you. Take heart, my friend. Both of us shall be close on hand, ready to pounce ere you may come to harm. Now then, let us go to the docks. Tribe above, please keep me safe. Please keep me safe. It is time. Let us set the trap. Suddenly night. Ah, it's him! But Blade. Wawakami Momozigo. That scream was loud enough to wake the dead. Small wonder the villain fled with such haste. It wasn't intentional. What's done is done. Besides, our mission was not entirely without fruit. The killer's blade, it is known to me. Some while ago, a wealthy merchant of his land came to Gugane, a port of Ingashi. The man had a fetish for blades and proceeded to buy up the finest he could find. I chanced to inspect the wares at one of the many swordsmiths this merchant visited. I noted a unique katana marked for delivery to his ship. The selfsame katana the killer wields. Furthermore, according to the shopkeeper, the merchant was a laughable. A wealthy Lalafell merchant, you say? Well, in this area there's Gagarujo, whom I once entertained with a dance troupe. But for all his vices, he didn't strike me as a serial killing sort. Be that as it may, this is our sole lead for now. Where do we find this man? At his resort in Costa del Sol, most like, but I'm doubtful he's the one we're after. Good. Take a ship to Costa del Sol. Cheaper than teleporting. Geru's hardly a paragon of righteousness, but if he's guilty of anything, it's being a lecher, not a murderer. No need to mince words. Let us pierce right to the heart of the matter. Oh, dares disturb my slumber. Isn't this a resourceful and supremely forgiving adventurer? I see you've brought company today, and of a Far Eastern persuasion besides. However exotic, but come, what is it you wish of me? Truly now, yours truly a suspect in the serial killing. But of course it's a mistake, and no mistake about it. However, I do have an inkling as to who the culprit might be. Gurumi Bolumi, he's your man. He's made his fortune in trade and indulges in extreme excesses, which, coming from me, is saying something. But most relevant to your investigation is the fact that he's obsessed with all things Far Eastern and owns an extensive collection of katana. Why, just the other day at a social gathering he was bragging about one such weapon as though it was his firstborn. And he said that he wanted to feel what it's like to cut a man down. We all had a good chuckle, assuming he was speaking in jest. The man did always strike me as touched, but to think that he would actually go and do the deed? To kill simply to satisfy his own twisted urges. With no man but a fiend in a man's skin. Master Gegarujo, we were wrong to suspect you, and humbly beg your forgiveness. Will you tell us where to find this depraved creature? On a ship where he lives. Is it anchor nearby for now? I should warn you, but he has recently mentioned wanting a change of scenery. A ship? It's going to be tough to sneak aboard, but if you miss a chance, who knows when there'll be another? Haha, thank you, lucky stars. For it just so happens I've received an invitation from Gurumi Bolumi to attend a banquet aboard his, and I quote, vessel of myriad pleasures. You may have it, as a small token of my remorse to you, my dear adventurer. Show it to the man's retainer at the pier, and you'll be shown to his ship. And you, Showmaster, I will lend you my garb. Disguised as yours truly, none shall raise an eyebrow were you to have bodyguards in your company. And with that, I bid you success. Gurumi Bolumi is a troublesome business rival, and I shan't shed a tear at his demise. We are grateful. Without further ado then, let us assume our roles and head to the pier. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? A breathtaking view. It reminds me of a ruby sea, of home. Oh, it's a fine day for a banquet aboard a ship. A fine day indeed. Well, was that convincing? Master Gerujo and company, you do us great honor. The invitation, if I may. All appears in order. Thank you kindly. If you would care to step aboard, we shall cast off presently. Your dedication to your passion is beyond impressive, my lord. Would that we all had your fine taste. Now come, we've scarcely scratched the surface. Save some wonderment for my prized katana. Ah, Master Gerujo, always a pleasure. I say, are those samurai I see besides you? A commendable first effort, my lord, but they pale in comparison to my katana collection. You would flaunt the blades you used to cut down innocents? Twisted fiend, your reign of terror ends here. You are not Gerujo, are you? And yet I would swear we've met. Damn right we've met. I'm a would-be prey who screamed his lungs out. Ah yes, from the other night. You see, 'tis well and good to admire a blade upon a stand, but its true place is in one's hand. This I discovered to my sheerest ecstasy. The law is too good for the likes of you. You shall face the self-same end you visited upon innocence. Not only do you sneak uninvited into a private gathering, you make violent threats against an upstanding citizen. It seems I have no choice but to summon the guards. Now, let us step above and pray put on a good show. I have a reputation as a host to uphold. Ostergrain, Goy! Time to work for your keep. That's no way to hold a katana. You are no true samurai. Pah, like there's a difference. A samurai is just a swordsman who fights with a katana, and this champion gladiator's gonna show you how it's done. You heard that, Desiree? The difference is lost on the man. We must free him from his ignorance. Hold it. I have a mind to savor this. We shall save you for last. Let us warm the deck with an opening act. Wanna be shinobi? For now, we enjoy the spectacle. I too shall observe. You alone are more than enough for this false shinobi. Avatar! Kirisute! This is but part of her training. Finish them swiftly, my pupil. Come, let us warm the deck with blood. When outnumbered, use Oka and Mangetsu to smite multiple foes in one fell swoop. You're tough, I give you that. But how will you fare against my pet? Feeding time, my pretty. This is a fiend who resorts to using a fiend. The beast is yours, StB. The false shinobi you may leave to me. The beast is a lumbering thing. You can easily anticipate and evade his attacks. Can probably when I'm not getting distracted. Yes, that's the way. No, my beautiful pet. No more games, time to unleash the samurai. Right then, let's take some hats. Finally. The last act of his gaudy circus. This man is but a pretender who knows not how to hold a blade. I should be surprised if he offers you any trouble. I show you a samurai trick or two. Such a clumsy stroke. Seeing it fair makes my eyes bleed. Slinging mud? You have no honor. Scheiden honor, winning's all that matters. This can't be right. No, it's not supposed to play out like this. The banquet is over. Come, Desiree, we give chase. That is as far as you go. Oh, hiya! I'm Musosai, and beside me is my pupil, Desiree. We seek out the wicked and exact justice upon them. Musosai, The legendary swordsman whose tales I heard in Kugane? Small wonder my gods didn't stand a chance. But even legends bleed, and with my transcendent katana I'm more than a match for you. Come, this blade shall drink deep of your lifeblood. Unrepentant fiend, you belong not in a jail but in hell. Say your prayers to whatever kami you keep. You needn't befoul your blade with scum such as this. We have accomplished our goal of excising evil, and for that I'm glad. But this outing leaves much to be desired for your training. For you see, a samurai learns best when he faces a fellow samurai of equal skill. Alas, they are hard to come by in this land, and a pretender such as that whom you faced is no substitute. Oh, we did it. Pats on the back for everyone, especially me. Now, what's this about you being a legend back home? 'Tis ancient history. Whatever I may have been in the past, now I am but as you see me, an old man long past his prime. Well done, my friends. You rid us of a depraved monster. His was a brutal end, and was no more than he deserved. Justice was served indeed. Rest assured, this mess will be cleaned up. As I say, what happens in this soul stays in this soul. We are in your debt, my lord. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts... afflicts... Mososa, are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. My endurance is not as it once was, is all. Come, my friends, let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, it would seem, to the forest. Momozigo, pray lead on. The forest? You mean Gridania? Oh dear, I mean, of course, right this way. Good. Gridania. Ah, Gridania. Always lovely to be here. A nation at one with a forest. Simply being here is salve for the soul. Yet even amidst such seeming serenity, untold wickedness may lurk. Until such a time as we find it, pray continue applying yourself to our art. Right then, I'll go about making inquiries at once. Good. Desiree, by the strength of your aura you have clearly kept at your training. And in discharging the duty of a samurai in 2 cities now, you are slowly but surely becoming one in sooth. I hope that our time here will afford you further opportunity to grow. By the way, have you not seen Momozigo? He hasn't returned since he left us earlier. I worry it has fallen prey to evil in the course of seeking it out. We should search for him. Let us split up and ask the locals. Surely one of them has seen our friend. Well, he seemed nervous just now, before he went off. I had that Lalafell, he's a showmaster, you say. I recall the face of every adventurer who has passed my post. I've not seen anyone fitting that description. Sorry I couldn't be of help. A Lalafell. The fellow dozing off thither is the only one I've seen, I'm afraid. Now, if there's aught else I might assist with, helping you achieve greater intimacy with the elementals, perhaps? I'm already a white mage. Forgive me my bluntness, but you're not here with an opportunity for profit. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Yes, I did see a Lalafell, much like you described. He was in the process of being taken away to the Adder's Nest, though I know not the circumstances. Taken away by the authorities, you say? There must be an explanation. Come, we must go to the adult mess at once. What in the Kami's name could have possibly happened? Why yes, as a matter of fact, we did apprehend a Lalafell and showmaster by the name of Morzigo. He was wanted here in Gridania for embezzlement. It was not a large amount of coin to be sure, but a crime's a crime, and so we took him into custody on sight. However, that custody didn't last long, for the fellow up and fled when our backs returned. He was last seen heading into the North Shore towards Proud Creek, XIV territory. We're personally deliberating whether to dispatch a search party, but in light of the risks, I fear that none will be forthcoming. If this Morzigo is your friend, perhaps you might consider searching for him yourself? This bodes ill. Come this way. We must find Morzigo where he falls foul of these icky souls. Really, Morzigo running? Hilarious, isn't it? Here I am on a heroic quest to punish criminals with you. But all the time I was a criminal myself. I was organizing a concert at the amphitheater, you see, but the songsters bailed last minute. At the time I had a huge debt hanging over my head and no way of paying it off. So I went off with the money I'd collected from advanced ticket sales. I knew it was wrong, but I did it anyway. I'm not better than the crooks we've gone after. Will you punish me like you punished them? To betray the people's trust and steal from them is a despicable act. Such evil cannot be suffered. Huh? What? I live? There. The evil in you is excised. You have committed a crime, 'tis true. But so too have you dedicated yourself to fighting it. From this moment forth, do you swear to be a changed man and fight always for justice? I swear, I'll never do bad things ever again. I may not be able to wield a katana, but I'll fight with you nonetheless. You've not spent all of your recent earnings, I trust. You would do well to return the money you took and beg forgiveness. If you apologize from the heart, I see no reason why the aggrieved would not forgive you for your transgressions. So go and make amends, and let us continue our quest. We cannot well succeed without you. Thank you, Mososai. Desiree, I'll go and repay the money and apologize this instant. If Momozigo aspires to evil, he has much and more work to do. As it stands, he has reformed himself and will make no more mischief. With that, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the Bet a little jaunt through the forest should text me so. There's no overcoming old age. Yet here I am, come to the other side of the world in the twilight of my years. I journeyed here to find a worthy pupil, and find her I did. But if truth be told, I have one more objective. That is to track down and punish a fugitive from Higashi, a disgraced samurai known as Kogarashi. Mark my words, his is the face of true evil, and it is my solemn charge to strike him down. I had the chance to do so before, but I failed. His strength far surpasses mine own. I could not defeat him. Forgive me. I should not burden you with this. Pray dismiss it as the hollow ramblings of an old man. Come, let us return to the city. I'm given cause to doubt whether Momozigo has learned his lesson. All is forgiven, and all it took was a bit of money. You can come and go for Gudania as I please. All debts are settled then. But as well, let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, would seem, to snow-capped mountains. Momozigo, pray lead us there. Right, this way friends, we're going to Ishgard. Ugh, so cold. But the way tavern goers look at outsiders is even colder. Such a breathtaking snowscape. Though each of his land's regions may not change much with the seasons, collectively they are no less colorful than Higashi. Now then, Momozigo and I will set to tracking down injustice in the city. In the meantime, my pupil, pray see to it your sword arm remains warm in this frosty clime. Good, but I would end this episode here and we continue this next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.